everyone, Tech Steve here. Welcome back to the channel. If you've been following me, you probably remember I did a review on the TCL QM7K, which is a great television, especially for gaming. Well, right here I have something a little bit upgraded from that television, and it was sent over to me from TCL. Now it came in this nice crate, which is a cool feature, but let's reveal the television, and here it is right here. Now on this video, we're gonna get out of the box. I'm gonna show you some of the basic menu, and we're gonna do some gaming. So sit back and relax, let's get started. First of all, this is a QD mini LED television with LD 2500, and this is gonna help out with that contrast ratio. It uses a crystal glow HVA panel, and we'll talk about some of these things in the full review. Also has a gaming accelerator, so it can do up to 288 Hertz using a gaming motion. It uses the AIPQ Pro processor, and this uses AI to give you the best picture quality. And the 65-inch has 2600 nits of peak brightness, and that's going to be great for the HDR movies. It also has a refresh rate up to 144 Hertz, motion rate 140, but you can see this TV is packed with a lot of cool features. Now it also has Google Cast built in, so you can send your Android device over to it. It supports Apple AirPlay and HomeKit, so you can hook it up to your computer in system for Siri, as well as it works with Alexa, and that's using the TCL application. And this TV, just like last year's 7 Series, has the pedestal in the center, so it's gonna allow you to put it on smaller bases and stands, and that's kind of great because if you have a small entertainment center, you can have a large TV on that base. In the box, of course, you're gonna get the user guides, batteries for the remote control, and a power cord. This is the base, and we'll assemble it in just a minute. And here's the other part of the base. The remote control is the same one that comes with the U6K, and it has features like your power, as well as your input button, Google voice command, home, and then you have your settings button, volume, channels, as well as some hotkeys at the bottom, and this includes Disney Plus, YouTube, and all that good stuff. So earlier I did cut off the straps, and once you do that, you can just lift the box right off. And like all TVs, come with this cardboard to protect the screen when it's getting shipped. So here's the base that comes with it. There's 8 screws to hold the center pedestal to it, and then there's some screw holes right here that you can mount on the back of the TV. And mind you, there's 2 sets of screw holes right here, so you can raise the TV up or you can lower it, but you can decide depending on your particular scenario. If you notice here, there's a little notch from both sides. You're just going to make sure that you stick it in those holes, and then just go ahead and screw everything together. And I will tell you that it does come with a back cover, so you can put that on once this is done. Here's the back of the QM7K, and one thing you notice is that it has new speakers. And this system is powered by B&O, which is known to make some very high-end audio systems. Now this TV has 40 watts and 4 speakers in it. So you have the 2 subwoofers right here, and you have 2 downfiring speakers to give you that surround sound. And this TV has Dolby Atmos and DTS Virtual X processing built right in. This whole series of TVs are wall mountable. So you have screw holes right here. You just go ahead and put on your favorite mount, and you can hang it on your wall with no problem. As far as connection, we have 2 USBs. This one is 3.0. You have an Ethernet connection. We also have 4 HDMI. The top 2 are HDMI 2.1, so you can run 2 gaming consoles up to 120 Hertz or a PC up to 144 Hertz using variable refresh rate. You have a 60 Hertz port right here. And down here, we have a separate eARC, so you can run your gaming consoles and a soundbar at the same time. We have a TV tuner and a fiber optic output. For wire maintenance, it comes with these little plastic tabs. You can just stick them right in these holes here at the bottom, so you can have some clean wire management. And once you run everything through, you have this cover right here, and there's a slot here at the top and the bottom, so your wires come out nice and clean through the back of it. So there's the unboxing experience on this television, and keep in mind this TV is available from a 55-inch all the way up to 115-inch, but I do feel at this time that's going to be a special order television. But so far, I'm really liking it. Now I'm going to show you some of the gaming menus, because I will say when it comes to gaming, this TV is in beast mode. Now when you plug in your PlayStation or Xbox into this television, you will get this little pop-up. It's just a welcome center to show you that it does support auto low latency, variable refresh rate, and they call it the Game Master. In order to pull it up, you just hit the 3 lines on the remote control, and this is what it looks like. So at the top of it, you have your frames per second. It'll tell you the status of your game. You have a aiming aid that puts this little circle in the center. You also have a magnifier. This magnifier allows you to zoom into certain parts of the game, which could come in handy if you plan a first-person shooting game. You also have some different gaming picture modes. And you have a shadow enhancer where you can control the brightness of the screen. There's also a more advanced menu where you can have the frames over in the corner, as you can see right there. You do have a high frame rate mode, and this is more for PC user who's using an advanced video card. And there's some different themes that you can choose if you don't like the one that comes factory on it. Now, as far as the capabilities in the Xbox, you can see that it does support 120 Hertz. It also supports 1440p, 1080p, and 720p at 120 Hertz. And everything in the Xbox is checked off, so anything that the Xbox can deliver, this TV will be able to support it. Another thing I want to point out here is that this TV does support 120 Hertz for Dolby Vision, which a lot of TV doesn't do that. And you have your variable refresh rate that you can turn off and on. But this TV is pretty advanced when it comes to gaming. Not only that the QM7K is great for movies, but it's also fantastic when watching movies as well. And in my opinion, TCL really went back to the drawing board on this television to make the 7 series pretty much the one that everyone's going to want over the 6 series. Now, there is a 8 series coming out soon, and maybe I'll get my hands on one. We'll see, and we'll compare them. But I would say for bang for your buck, the 7 series at this point in time may be your best value television that you can get that's performing with the big boys out there. Back to the LD2500, and where it really shines on these televisions is basically the local dimming zones to control the black levels and the lighting in each part of the television. I couldn't verify which TVs have how many local dimming zones, but I can say on the 65-inch model, it really looks fantastic. Now, I'm not going to say that it's as good as OLED, but I would say for a mini LED television, this one is getting pretty close to matching the performance of OLED when it comes to overall contrast ratio and picture reproduction. And this TV can produce up to 97% of the DCI P3 Ultimate High Color Gamut. I can definitely see the hard work and dedication that TCL's put into this model to give you a very great looking television. Now, keep in mind, this is not a full review. I just want to give you some samples of what this TV looks like so you can kind of get an idea if it's going to be the right one for you and your family. But if you do have questions, make sure you comment below so I can see if I can integrate that into the full review. Another thing that I was very impressed with is how well this TV performs when watching sports events. I was just kind of playing around through the different channels, and I'm going to tell you, not only that it's bright and detailed, but it has very smooth motion on it as well. So if you like sports, this definitely is a television that you're going to enjoy year after year to watch your favorite events. If you don't know already, part of my channel is to show you tutorials as well. So I'm going to show you how to set up this television right out of the box for new users. And you can pretty much use this on most of the newer TCL televisions, just in case you wonder how to get everything up and running. So now I'm going to show you how to set this up as a brand new TV. First of all, you're going to choose your language, and you can see there's multiple languages in here. So we're going to choose English. You're going to choose your country, and I'm going to set it up as a Google TV, but you can choose basic TV if you only plan on using the inputs and the TV tuner. Now, the Google TV will require the internet to get it all up and running. Normally I scan this barcode, but I'm going to show you the manual way to do it, and just make sure you go ahead and connect to your Wi-Fi first on the next step. Once the Wi-Fi is connected, it will check for current updates just in case there's been some software upgrades. Once that check is complete, you want to go ahead and enter your Gmail. Now, if you don't have one, you can go to Google's website and sign up one, or you can create an account right from the television, but I recommend you go to your computer or smartphone instead. If you're planning on using the voice command, go ahead and allow, otherwise it won't search through all your apps whenever you give it a command. And you can set it up to activate with your voice so it knows that you're the one that's talking. Now, if you have a Google Home system in your house, you want to control the TV, just go and choose your home if it finds it. And then you want to select the room that you're going to put it in so it'll know it on the application. If you're having these apps, go and check them off so it'll go ahead and download it as soon as the TV loads up. But if you don't, just hit confirm and continue. Next, we're going to pair the remote control, and you need to press home and OK. And this is going to set up Bluetooth. So whenever you get voice commands, the TV can actually read your voice. Now, TCL does have a mobile home app where you can control the TV, and you can use that to sign into your Alexa account and some other things. I already have one, but I'll set that up at another time. Then I would agree for automatic updates anytime the TV sees one. Also, the QM7K has Apple AirPlay and HomeKit, so you can connect it to that, and you can use it with your Siri voice command. Once that's set, just go ahead and press on done. Now it's going to install all the application and everything that you checked off into the television. And this could take from 2 minutes up to half an hour, depends on how fast your internet is. And to wrap everything up, you can choose your screensaver, you can add more people to the profile, you can even put the TV in kids mode, so to block some of the content with parental control. But here it is, this is the operating system, it's powered by Google. On the front of it, you can see that it's pretty snappy overall. It's a fast processor in this TV. You'll get access to all your applications, everything very easy. If you don't have a TV tuner plugged in, you can use this free service. It uses the internet. It's called Google TV Free Play. You also have access to all your favorite applications. I mean, entertainment, movies and music, video player tools. Now, TCL does have their own tab here, and this is for the TCL TV where you can stream just like Google, but they have their own version of it. So again, with internet connected to this TV, you have plenty of content to watch whenever you want to. First of all, this TV does support CEC, so you can have it to control different devices. And again, those two inputs I showed you earlier will be able to support up to 144 Hertz using variable refresh rate. And this TV is using Google TV version 12, just so you know what kind of operating system's in it. As far as storage, it has 52 gigabytes, so you'll be able to download all your favorite applications and a lot of different content in this television without running out of memory. Of course, they have ambient mode, and this allows you to connect your Google Photos, art galleries, and I made a full video on TCL settings if you want to go check that out next. But when you turn it on, you have these different screensavers that appear whenever you're not using the television. So it gives you some type of art on the television when not using it. You also can cast to it from your Android device, and this is the Game Master. So basically, I like to leave everything on automatic. So whenever you plug a PlayStation or Xbox or something into it, it'll automatically detect the signal. So to set up your gaming console completely automatic, and it will trigger the auto low latency and the variable refresh rate. So in my opinion, so far, I'm really liking the QM7K. I think it's going to be a great television for anyone out there. And if you're interested, again, I'll leave all the links in the description below so you can check other reviews. Plus, I'll post all the different sizes as well down there. Other than that, I think this TV is going to be very promising for someone who's looking for a full movie experience. And the fact that you can get it in a smaller 55-inch all the way up to this massive 115-inch, that gives everyone an opportunity to have one that's going to fit in their home. If you have any questions, make sure you leave that in the comments below. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm Tech Steve, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.